So Stephen Pickering had asked about. He said, "What do Scots?" And I'm not about to ask you to speak for all Scots. Think of America, the American laissez faire attitude that there sometimes is to proper kilt wear. Now, you two both seem to have some feelings about this because you mentioned, like you wouldn't wear. What was it you just said? You didn't. You tail kilts weren't really for you anymore. You said they weren't for you. His example was how Americans will sometimes wear T-shirts with a kilt or not bother with kilt hose. Or wear conventional socks, and he feels like that's just too casual. So, is it disrespectful to go too casual?
How dare you, sir, be casual in this sacred dress?
Sat here and wearing like a pair of jumpers and T-shirts.
Exactly. It's do I personally, dislike it? No. Frankly, that's how I dress. So if I offend you, I am sorry, good sir, but I don't care. But it's. I will, typical day in the office, I'll have on a kilt and a polo shirt and a pair of like crew socks like halfway up my calf and a pair of sneakers, just running around doing my thing. I'm not putting it on a pedestal. I'm giving the kilt the proper respect it deserves, but I'm living my life in a garment that I like, that means something to me and has greater cultural significance, but it is not a uniform. You don't have to do it one way and only one way. Traditional Highland dress, which was formed from basically the late 1800s to the mid 1900s, is a snapshot in time. That's traditional Highland dress. We're no longer living in 1920. If you want to dress like that, they will always look good. It looks very, very smart. Wearing a nice tweed jacket and vest, maybe a goat hair sporn or a nice hunting sporn, like, it looks good. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it's not for everybody in every single situation. If I go to the mall, how many people do I see dressing in the 1920s style dress in the mall today? None. So I'm not going to dress all the time like it's 1920s. There's a class to it and it's fun, but unless I want like a crazy amount of attention outside of already wearing a kilt, I wouldn't dress like that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think absolutely right. I totally agree with you. And if anybody wants an example of, how people in general can dress wearing a kilt and be non-traditional, go to a Scottish rugby game and see how people wear a kilt there.
I don't know if they're great examples of spectacular matching dress.
But but like genuinely, like people are worried about how folks in America might wear a kilt and how casual it might look. Well, you can go to a rugby game in Scotland, you'll see how casual you can get. I'm not saying that's the right way to do it or whatever, but there's not one way, right? The formal way to wear a kilt is for formal occasions. Weddings. If you go to a wedding, everybody wants to look their best, right? You want your shoes to be shining, you want all the bits to be in the right places. That might have sounded wrong, but you know what I mean, right?
I love that he pointed towards his crotch and said he wanted his bits to be in the right places.
I was thinking about the sporrans and all that. But anyway, you know what I mean, right? You want everything to be perfect for the photographs. And that's what the proper kilt attire is for, right?
Yep.
But outside of that occasion, outside of those formal events, you can be creative and you can look good. And if you want to still be traditional, buy a proper woolen jumper or buy like a tweed something that looks a bit more casual, or a shirt.
Yep. Buy a dress shirt and a tweed vest.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
These stuff still have these items you just talked about. They still have cultural and historic significance as well.
Yeah,
they're still part of the art of making traditional clothing. So there's different ways to do this.
Yeah, and I would actually add this. I'm going to take it probably a bit too far, but I'll say it anyway. I do like and fully appreciate the look of a tweed jacket and vest, and all that is. However, in certain circumstances, it can look like you're trying too hard. So if I'm at the mall dressed to the nines, whether it's a 1920s, pinstripe suit, or whether it's a kilt and tweed jacket or whatever it is, you can look like you're over the top too much or like you're trying too hard. So for me, in my life, I'd rather just be comfortable in my clothing and enjoy what I'm wearing and add my own little flair to it. But I don't feel like I need to impress people at all times in all places. So I hope that helps.
All right, so you're worried about being casual. How about this? I've got a sweatshirt on. I've also got a t-shirt on underneath, and I don't care. And you shouldn't care either, because you can wear a kilt however you please. You can't please everyone. And there's no hard and fast rules about this. Enjoy yourself, have fun, and also do not forget to leave your comments down below.